Hey everyone, Courtney here with Southern Owls. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are collaborating with our friends at TMI Gifts. We are going to be making a super cute fall design using a super cute scarecrow wreath attachment that comes in this kit. So you're going to get the scarecrow attachment, the work form, the sign. You're going to get these beautiful sunflowers that we're going to pop in. And how fun is this? I felt like it kind of like mimicked a little like raffia moment. So we're going to add those in. And then of course your kit is going to come with 4 rolls of ribbon. So perfect for this design. And also 2 rolls of mesh. It's going to come with some burlap mesh. I've already pre-cut it to 20 inches. Both rolls, you're going to get 2 rolls of mesh in your kit. You're going to cut both rolls at 20 inches. So let's start building the base first. This is called a raised work form. You're going to get this inside of your kit at TMI Gifts. You can go and purchase your kit right now at www.tmigifts.com. Use code OWL20 at checkout and you'll get 20% off your entire order, which is huge. We're going to put all of those fun things over there to the side because we got to work on our mesh first. So what I'm going to do, these are pre-cut at 20 inches. And as you can see, the mesh kind of wants to roll in on itself anyway. So we're going to use that today to our advantage. And we're going to do what I call a cruffle. So you're going to roll in the mesh 2 times, pinch the middle, walk your finger over to the other side, and then we're going to place this down in our wreath. So this is going to create 2 curls and then a little bit of a ruffle. You want to make sure that you're maintaining in the middle, and then you're going to plop it down anywhere you want to start. Any little tinsel tie on your work form. I like to start on the top, but you are more than welcome to start on the bottom. We're going to just keep on doing that same exact method, the cruffle method, and I'm going to go right next door to this next twist tie and just lay that mesh in. So the first one I did side to side, and then this one I did up and down. I like to do that just to create some better coverage for our design. So we're going to just keep on going with that same cruffle method. This one's going to go right next door, and it's going to go side to side. You want to make sure that you are tying in those tinsels really nice and tight, guys. You don't want that mesh to slide out later. So just make sure that you're using that natural roll of the mesh to your advantage. So just unscroll it, roll, roll, pinch, walk your fingers over to the other side, and then just lay it right down into those twisty ties, nice and tight. And I'm just going to keep on doing that same exact pattern all the way around. Roll, roll, pinch, walk your fingers over to the other side, and then lay it right down into those tinsel ties. And I'm just going right next door to where I stopped. Roll, roll, pinch, walk your fingers to the other side, lay it down right next door and in that opposite direction. So right now, we are just building our base to put all of our beautiful items into. For this design, you are going to need your hot glue. So make sure that your hot glue gun is on or your glue pot, because we will be needing all of that. Okay, so the top is done. So now I'm just going to go right to the bottom and same exact method. Start ruffling all that mesh in. On the bottom, I don't worry about if it's going up and down or side to side. I just do side to side. Guys, you definitely want to go check out tmigifts.com, not only for this kit, but I have designed a few kits for them in the past, and some of them still are in stock. All of my TMI Gifts kits also come with a YouTube tutorial. I have a whole tab right here on YouTube that's called TMI Gifts Kits. And, or I don't even think it says kits. I think it just says TMI Gifts. And it might say collab. You can just go right to that tab on YouTube, and you can find all of those previous kit tutorials right there. Be sure when you're checking out at TMI Gifts, you use my code OWL20 for that 20% off your entire order. It applies for my kits as well. So if you want to stock up on some of my kits, use that code. It will definitely pay off. Getting that 20% off is awesome. They just got a lot of new stuff in inventory also for Christmas. So if you're starting to look for Christmas stuff, definitely go check out TMI Gifts. They got a lot of great new stuff in. I'm super excited. After my fall kit, we are diving into Christmas kits with TMI Gifts, and I'm really excited for the pieces that I have chosen to design with you guys. Okay, we got that first layer all the way around. She's already got some. That's the great thing about a burlap mesh. It's got some good coverage, but we're gonna go around a second time. And now on that top layer, we're gonna do opposite direction. So if we did side to side first, we're gonna lay it down, up and down. We're just gonna keep on layering in this mesh. Just gonna make it really nice and full. And it's gonna be great because we are adding a lot of elements into this wreath. We have a sign, we have this scarecrow. So we do want a really good foundation to add in all of our fun, cute little items. The great thing about this base having these orange tinsel ties, you're not going to lose them. You're definitely not going to use them. I did pick orange. You might be like, oh my gosh, what were you thinking? It's going to be really cute because our scarecrow has hints of orange. Our sign has hints of orange. We have some orange ribbon. So it's all going to blend in at the end. If you have made one of my kits from TMI Gifts, let me know in the comments. And which one was your favorite kit that I've made with TMI Gifts so far? There's a lot of good ones. Okay, so we're done with the top layer, and now we're going to go right around to the bottom and do the same exact thing, but now to the bottom layer. Just adding those in. Now, bottom layer, I'm not going to worry about the direction. I'm just going to lay these in side to side. I'm not going to worry about up and down because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's just going to naturally fill in. We're not going to even have to worry about it. Still just doing that cruffle method all the way around. I'm just kind of fluffing up that mesh. I will say the fibers on this mesh, they will tickle your nose. They will. So if I sneeze at any point, I'm so sorry. I'm apologizing in advance because I am feeling those little fibers all around me right now. If you are wearing black, you will be covered in little burlap fibers too. Okay, y'all are doing so good. We are almost done with the base of this design. Okay, we got all of our mesh in. She's looking amazing. Love her. She's really nice and thick and gorgeous now. And if you see any holes, just manipulate that mesh around and fill it all in. So now let's kind of start laying out where we're going to put all of our items. So I always like to make sure that my tinsel ties are out of the way. And I want to have a tinsel tie up, down, side to side. That's kind of where I determine where everything's going to lay. I'm thinking I just want this right here. We got our arms. There's a lot of stuff going on, guys. We got a lot of stuff. But the great thing is, and we're going to shove that right there. So that's perfect. Okay, let's get our sign in first. So I did, like I said, well, I don't know if I said that. I stapled and hot glued pipe cleaners. And now we're just going to thread through our pipe cleaners through the mesh. And we're going to tie those pipe cleaners on the work form. So you're going to find the middle of the work form and tie those pipe cleaners. I always like to put one hand underneath my wreath just to help guide those pipe cleaners through. And then you're going to want to find your work base and just tie those pipe cleaners just like that. Okay, so now our sign is looking great. Let's put on our head. So I'm going to completely flip it around. And as you can see, they already have these really great wires. So you can thread these through. Now I untwist because I want this to lay as flat as possible. So I untwist the wires. To get them prepped and ready. Okay. Now we're just going to thread through. I'm going to start with the top and thread that wire right through our base, just like the pipe cleaners. Guiding them through. Now this guy is not going to be on the workform wire, but use those tinsels as your guide, and those are going to help get him in there and stay put. Okay, we're going to thread through the other tinsels wires. Now these we will attach to the base. So same thing, right through that mesh, guys. I want them pretty snug. And then I'm just twisting those wires around that work form base. And we'll get this last one in, and we'll make sure he looks pretty good. Okay, so you see how we're gonna go around the work form base like that. And then I kind of want to like tuck them under. I might glue that. Let's do that. I'm going to glue his little head down to the sign. Oh, it might not be hot enough. All right, let me get one of these sticks out. Might get a little messy. Don't judge me. I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the very top of our sign. And then I'm going to press him down. I'm going to put my hand underneath. I'm going to put my hand right where the sign is and smush together and hold them there for just a little bit. Make sure that glue is sticking. Perfect. Fluff out this little raffia a little bit. Perfecto. I'm going to hold it for just a couple more seconds. Take a little bit of a water break, right? So I want to make sure he's good. Okay. We are good to go. Okay, now let's add in the arms. So I'm going to angle my arms down. He could be an excited scarecrow, but I think, oh, actually, do these have wire in them too? Should we bend them so he's holding the sign? Ooh, that's cute. Okay, these have wire in them. Let's bend them so it looks like he's holding the sign. So let's thread through. Ooh, that's going to be cute, y'all. I didn't realize that these have wire. Okay, so I want it like, we'll glue that down too. I want it like right here. So let's thread through. Yes, those wires. And then the same thing, we're just going to twist them on. Oh my gosh, how stinking cute. How stinking cute is that? Okay, who knew? All right, I'm bending at the elbow pad. Then I'm going to want this one, kind of the same vibe. Right there. And then thankfully these wires are pretty thick, so they kind of pierce down by themselves. Get them started. Thread that through. Ha! Don't hit yourself. Sorry, I had to. Oh, I'm not around a wire. Hold on. Let me go around. We always want to make sure that we're hitting that work form. All right, around the work form, because that's just going to help keep all of that in place. Oh, yes. Yes, honey. Okay, let's put some glue. My glue is still kind of not really, it's fine. All right, let's add a little bit of glue right there on this sign. Press them down, and then a little bit of glue right there. Be easier if you use your hot glue gun. Uh-oh. It's okay. When it dries, I'll peel it off. Okay, we're going to press these down. There we go. Get them positioned right where you want them. Oh, I don't know if that guy's stuck. Hold on, let me add a little bit more. I think I moved him around too much. Make sure I got some good glue on him. There we go. That guy's good. Okay, let's work on this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I didn't even know that his arms bent. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Eek, I'm so excited. Okay, now we should be good. I'm just moving those tinsels just so I can find them later. Now we're going to put his really cute pants in. Okay, I want this to go through that sign. So I'm going to aim up closer to the sign. I want one wire to go around the base though. Oh goodness. There we go. And then this guy will go in. Help guide those wires just like your pipe cleaners. Okay. Rotate them. See where he's at. Flip them over. Okay. So now I want to make sure that these are going to go around the frame just so they hold in place. And then guess what, guys? We can just glue his pants down too. That sounds silly. I know, that sounds so silly. Okay, so we're going to push them up because I want them close to the sign. Okay, and let's add some hot glue. I think my glue gun maybe is good. It's going to be way easier to glue them in this way because of the mesh. I'm just adding some glue like to his little booty. We'll push him down, and guess what? His little legs bend, so we'll just bend them for now. Have them glued down. More glue on that side. Sure that's all sticking good. Okay, perfect. Oh my god, he's gonna be so cute. I know, it gets awkward. It gets awkward, but it's gonna be cute. Okay, speaking of awkward, we're gonna cut this orange tie out because we're not gonna put ribbon there. That's gonna be awkward. Well, maybe a tail. I don't know. Okay, I'll leave it. Okay, I second guessed myself. Let's leave it. Okay, we'll put his hands like that. Oh my gosh, he's already adorable. He's already... Stop. So cute. Okay, I'm going to do some cute little angle bows. Next, we're going to do just some little skinny bows with some long cascading tails to match his legs. So as you can see, you're going to have 3 2.5-inch ribbons and then 1 1.5-inch. So let's get our cable ties and pipe cleaners ready to go. Pipe cleaners. And what I'm going to do, I'm thinking probably about a 10, yeah, let's do 10-inch tail just to start off with. And then let's do some, I think just, yeah, little loops. So this is going to be a 5-inch loop. Actually, let's just do single loops. I think I like that. So it's not too bulky. Okay, let's do that. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Single loop, 5 inches. As you can see, this is directional ribbon. So we're going to cut off an 11-inch tail, pinch it, because you need that inch to pinch. And then just lay that right there. So we're going to have 2 10-inch tails, 1 5-inch loop. We're going to come in with the plaid ribbon next. We're going to do another 10-inch tail and just lay that right down. And then we're going to do another 5-inch loop, just like that. 10-inch tail. We're going to grab our Scarecrow. Once again, this is directional ribbon, so pay attention. 10-inch tail, 5-inch loop. And I'm going to cut this guy off. We're going to do another 11-inch tail because we got to leave some room to pinch. You know what? Actually, now that I'm looking at this, I kind of want the plaid behind, right? And then pattern. Ooh, that looks better. Yes. I love that. Okay. Plaid, pattern. Let me grab that tail again, and then guess what? We're going to have to grab this tail and put it right on top. Yes, that's better. That's cute. Okay, now we're going to finish it off with a little bit of this burlap. I'm going to do a 6-inch tail coming out the top. We're going to do that center loop. Yeah, smaller. And then I'm going to come down with just that 10-inch. So it just kind of breaks it up. We got a cute little tail coming out the top. But I want to make these long and skinny. Long and skinny. Because we already got a lot going on. So we're going to thread the cable tie around all of that ribbon we're holding and make sure that you're getting those tails in. Make sure. Thread pipe cleaner halfway underneath the cable tie. Get it nice and tight. Cut that off. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Oh, yeah, I love that. For the other side. So let's make another one. We're going to start off with the plaid, though. I like that in the middle better. 10-inch, 5-inch loop, 10-inch tail. Come in with those pumpkins. 10-inch tail. Give it a pinch. 5-inch loops. And then snag that off because it's directional ribbon. So an 11-inch tail. Whoop. And then just pinch that. Lay it right on top so it comes out the other side. And it's going to pinch right there so that cable tie will find it. Okay, 10-inch tail, directional ribbon again, so just be mindful of that. 10-inch loop. Cut that other tail off. Come back down. 11 inches. Pinch. Lay it down opposite. And then we're going to burlap, and we're going to come right out the top 6 inches. Center loop. Pretty good. And come down with that long tail. Grab our cable tie. Thread it around. Get your pipe cleaner. Thread it through. Nice and tight. All right. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to put these on first, and then we will determine where to cut our tails. So what I like to do is I like to twist my pipe cleaner just a few times around that cable tie. And I'm thinking like right where the elbow pad is where I want to put these in. Because if we, like, that's going to be, that's not a good spot, right? So right there at the elbow pad, we're going to thread it through that ribbon. Same thing, just put your hand on the other side underneath. Make sure that you are wrapping around the work form. Not too tight, because if you pull these too tight, they're going to sink down into your wreath, and that will not be very cute. All right, we're going to fluff all of these tails out. Yes. Oh, I love it. That's cute. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side with the other bow. Make sure you twist that pipe cleaner around the cable tie a couple times. And then take a look. Want it pretty spot on where the other bow is. Put it through that mesh. Around the frame. Not too tight because you don't want it to sink down into the wreath. You want it to sit on top of the wreath. And we're just going to fluff it out a little bit. Oh, perfect. Okay, now we're going to go in and we're going to dovetail all of our ribbon. So we're just going to fold this ribbon in half and cut up at an angle. Some of these will be shorter than the 10 inches, but I just wanted to start at 10 to get a good length. So some of them will be longer, some of them will be shorter. Super fun. Just fold that ribbon in half and cut up. If you don't like a dovetail, you can always angle cut. That looks nice as well. Oh, that's super, super cute. All right, we got one on, looking great. And then we're going to come over here and fluff this guy out and make him look just as great. Come in, cut that guy down just a little bit. Then come over here, and we're just doing that same exact thing, just folding that ribbon in half and cutting up at an angle. You always want to make sure you're cutting up and not down. I've done it. I'm dyslexic. It happens. It happens. Sometimes my brain works opposite, and that's okay. So if it happens to you, it's okay. Easy fix. You just wanted that tail to be a little bit shorter. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know it. Okay, now we have those in and looking great. I love it. So now let's add in all of our extra stuff that we have. That ribbon kind of tucked in out of the way. And then we might add a few little ribbon tails here and there at the very end. But I want to add in these bigger elements now just to see what we're working with. Just to see if it's necessary to put any more ribbon or if we're just going to be loving those side bows. I love him. Okay, we're going to start off with this. I thought this was so cool. I don't know what it's actually called, but to me, it kind of looks like the raffia coming out of the Scarecrow. So I thought this would be cool to shred it and put it all around. What is it called? Barnyard grass. See? Perfect. So we're just going to come in here. There's 3 pieces. Come in here, and we're just going to cut this. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do that to all of them. And we're gonna keep this too. Don't throw that away. We're just going to do one at a time though. Keep that grass. Just cutting out the stems. All right, one more. Woo! I didn't know I was be able to do 2 at once. Okay, they are pretty long, so guess what? We're going to go back around, and well, there's 2. Maybe we can just shred these. Ooh, okay, let's just shred them. So there's like 2 little pieces. So go in there and shred them. So they're even more wispy. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. See how there's 2 little sections? So just go in there, rip them apart, get out that aggression. We don't need these to be super, super long though, so you can kind of start cutting down those stems a little bit also, and then throwing them in your trash or floor or wherever you want them to go. And let's just make a pile. And then what I want to do, so as you can see, we had that top layer of mesh, and then we have a bottom layer of mesh. So right in between those 2 layers of mesh is where I want to put these little cute barnyard grass is what it's called. Barnyard grass. And we're just going to go all the way around the wreath with this. I'm just going to add a little bit different texture. It's going to look really cool. Okay, so this is where you're going to need your glue. And let me see. Let's start here because this is a great space. So right in between here, right in between your layers of mesh is where we're going to start gluing and putting these pieces. Just a little bit of glue. You want your glue to be the consistency of honey. About an inch. You don't want a whole lot, just enough. Just enough. And then we're going to go in, and you want to make sure that you're making contact with the mesh though, because you want to be sure. I want to get that down in there a little bit more. There we go. I don't want it sticking out too much. You want to make sure that hot glue is sticking to something. So it needs to be sticking to that mesh. And we're going to go like a hand. Put your hand there and then put another one. So a couple inches in between. And we're just going to rotate our wreath around in a circle and just start adding these little fun texture pieces into our design. We're going to go around the head, one on either side. Now this guy, he is going to be big when we're all done, so just fair warning. Fair warning. I always like whenever I make a wreath attachment wreath, I like them to be nice and big because the wreath attachment is so big. So I feel like it just needs to be a little extra, extra. Oh, okay, well that's fine. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, that's adding just a little bit of texture. Going all the way around. Oh, I crushed the bow. That's okay. That can be fixed. Oopsies. Left her back out. I swear sometimes I'm like, how many times did I touch the bow during this tutorial? How many times? Okay, I'm gonna go around this side and come down. Ooh, that jute is still out in my nose, y'all. Looking good. I don't think I'm gonna put any in the middle. I think I will put a ribbon tail there though. I think I will, but I don't know. Oh, I feel like it needs one though. Okay, we'll just add one. It'll be fine. Tell your client to get their mind out of the gutter. Okay. I think it needs one though, because it's like, consistently all the way around. Okay, I have two more. Kind of have this idea. What if we put them cascading out of the bow since we have two? I think that will be cute. So I'm just going to bend that wire a little bit and dip it in hot glue and put it right by the bow. Have it cascading down like it's a little tail. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. There's a little more texture in that bow. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm gluing it on the inside. So I'm just bending that wire. Doesn't need to be that long. Dipping it in the hot glue, and then we're going to put it right there in the mesh. Very cute. Okay, I told y'all to leave the straw alone. So now, let's cut this straw down. Cut all these pieces off. We're probably, actually, I'm like keeping them so long. We're not going to have to keep them this long. Is there a stem in that? No. I don't know why that one won't cut. All right, moving on. One of them don't cut. Just don't break your scissors over it. Not worth that. Not worth that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these, I think I went to little bundles and stick them, yeah, stick them out. But this is too long, so I kind of want it about the same height. So I'm just going to cut those. I'm going to dip all of that in, and we're going to go in between what we just put down. And then that's just going to give a little bit more of a different texture. Just spread them out. It doesn't have to be that long, so we'll get a few. I'm doing, how many did I do? I did 4. 4 is pretty good. And then cut them down because they don't need to be that long. Whatever here. And then what I'm doing is just right where we put these guys, I'm just gluing these in. So dipping them in my hot glue pot, sticking them. And so it just gives another little texture element to our wreath. I'm going to cut these in half because those are really long. I'm just going to go around here, wherever we need a little bit more something something. We'll just add in these little guys. Ooh! And they pull that guy out. A little tedious, but I think it will be worth it. Right down in that mesh. I'm just spreading them out a little bit, so we're going to have to do that. The other ones also. Wrap this up. Let's see if that helps a little bit. Don't burn yourself. Okay, take these, and I'm just going to peel them back and snip. Peel them back and snip. Peel them back and snip. Oh. Okay, we're doing the same thing. Just grab a few. I'm doing about 4. That's too long, so we're just going to go in and cut those down. Come on this side of his little head and add him in. Make sure you are making a connection. That one's really long. With that mesh as we're going around. So that's just going to kind of fill it in a little bit, give it kind of that raffia look without actually having to use raffia. I don't know if y'all ever designed with a raffia. It can turn into a hot mess real quick. It can. It really can. Raffia is its own beast. That's for sure. I'm going to cut those a lot the same. There we go. Don't get too OCD with it like I do sometimes. But this just adds another little wispy element to it. That makes it nice too. Perfect. Oh yeah, I love that. I'm gonna add just a couple right here by his legs. And then I think I'll be happy with that. And then we're gonna add in some sunflowers. Some really big, beautiful sunflowers. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We're gonna use this guy. Three. These down just a little bit though. They're a little long. Right here on the other side of his little legs. Perfect. Okay, I will hold him up in just a second. Let me clean up this. We might, I don't know, I don't know, I think it looks good, but once I hold it up, if I see any holes, then we might need to add in a few, but I think he's looking awesome. Let's fluff out our bows. We did go around and mess with them. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so now let's bring some brightness to this piece. Look how beautiful. These sunflowers are beautiful. So I'm just going to snip. I think I want to use 2. Maybe more. We'll see. I don't know. We might add in some of these leaves. Those leaves are beautiful. Whoop. Anything coming out the top will be beautiful. Not like, put them in at an angle, right? So you see the yellow, but not the head. Yeah, I love that. Okay, we're going to add those in. Same thing, I'm just dipping them in my glue pot, making sure that I make contact with that mesh. It needs something to stick into. Okay, and I am going to cut out, because we're not going to use these, and they're bothering me. I'm going to cut out those little orange tinsels by our scarecrow's head. Get your nippers and cut those. Perfect. We're not going to need those. Oh my gosh, he's so happy. Is he just the happiest thing ever? Okay, let me see if we need any of these leaves. It might be kind of nice to add in a little bit of a green element. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to add a little bit of those leaves from the sunflowers. They're really beautiful leaves. I'm just pulling them off, dipping them in my hot glue. I'm going to stick it coming out of the sunflower. We're going to grab another one and we're going to have it come out the top area. Oh yeah, that's great. I love that. It really just makes those sunflowers stand out even more and pop. And these leaves are beautiful. I don't want them to go to waste. Same thing, we're just going to come in here and add in some of those leaves. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I don't want to add ribbon tails. I'm like loving this just as it is. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut off these orange pencils with my nippers and then just push them back down into the wreath because I don't think we need any more ribbon anywhere. And I'm really just going to focus on those tinsels that are really showing in the front. So we're going to cut that big guy off and just tuck it down into the wreath. So any of them that are really, really showing, the bottoms, I'm just going to tuck into the wreath so they don't stick out as far. but I don't think this wreath needs anything else. I think she looks awesome. Some of these, also this head. I'll get down in there. Perfect. This guy down in there. Oh my gosh, this is such a happy fall wreath. Okay, what do y'all think? Did we do a good job? Did we do a good job? Okay, let's see. Let's bring her up. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love that, and I love that these are like off to the side. Because if they were right on, I feel like they would like make his head look really like big head, big sunflowers. So off to the side, just to add in some beautiful color. I love him so much. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Guys, all you gotta do also to the back of the wreath is just go in with your nippers and clean up the back. Don't forget to tidy it up. But he's cute. He's so happy. He's so happy. Guys, you can grab this kit at at TMIGifts.com. TMIGifts.com. Woo! So sorry, TMI. TMIGifts.com. Use code OWL20. No, I'm nervous. OWL20 for 20% off your entire order. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what would be cute too, guys? Like, these are too big. But if you had like a little tiny sunflower to put on his little hat, that could be really cute too. But those are too big for that. But if you wanted to embellish him a little bit more, that would be really, really cute too. Thank y'all so much. I can't wait to craft with y'all again soon. TMIGifts.com, OWL20, 20% off. Sorry for the glitch. Thank y'all, and y'all stay tuned because I got some really cute Christmas kits coming up next with TMI Gifts. Bye everyone.